Juggernaut Live.
This is the main event of the evening. It's me.
Good evening, people. How's it going? It's been a little while since the last stream. Been a bit of a busy boy with work and kids and life and shit in general. But I'm on holiday, people. Yes, I am on holiday for a week. It's my birthday rolling out on Tuesday. Thank you to the people in the YouTube chat that have already wished me a very happy birthday. So yeah, I'm going to be 38 on Tuesday. That's scary. That is very, very, very scary indeed. I'm an old man. I am an old man. How the fuck did that happen? I swore I'd never make it past my 20s, and here I am at the tail end of my 30s, still kicking. And that's nearly 40 years, 4 decades worth of video games that I've been playing. I was playing since I was 3 years old. I still play them to this day. Absolutely love them, and in terms of news for video games, well, guys, stuttering, streaky. I guess you guys have heard the news. You guys are fairly up to speed. But Sony have announced that they are releasing, well, their version of a Mini, a PlayStation Classic. You know, Sony, they get the best ideas, don't they? Directly from Nintendo, but that's aside. They're bringing out a PlayStation Classic. I'm really pumped for it. Of course, the Neo Geo Classic Mini is coming out soon, but this PlayStation Classic is coming out in December, and it's going to be a biggie. I've got my pre-order in as well, stuttering, good man. At the moment, we only know 5 games. The 5 games aren't amazing, but you know, there's lots of potential. So I want to spend the first part of my stream talking about that potential. So what have we got? We've got Ridge Racer 4, we've got Jumping Flash, Tekken 3, Final Fantasy 7, and Wild Arms announced so far. Now, I don't want to get people's hopes up. I don't think there's going to be a Tony Hawk Pro Skater in there, because the Tony Hawk license has now expired with Activision, plus the music licensing is going to be a pain in the arse to redo. For the same reasons, for licensing reasons, I don't think we're going to see a Gran Turismo in that box, because licensing hundreds and hundreds of cars is going to be a right royal pain in the arse for Sony, and I don't think they'll bother. But I'm really pleased that the machine's out. I kind of like the fact that it's the old school original PlayStation, you know, with the non-dual stick controllers. So let's speculate, right? So we've got 15 out of the 20 games locked in. We know what they are. We know the company's making them. Okay, so what do we know about those 5 games? Well, one of them is multi-disc. So that means this machine is capable of running multi-disc games. Also, if you look at the Amazon listing, you'll notice in America it's got a mature sticker, and in the UK it's got an 18 sticker on the front, which means scary games ahoy! Hello Wound, how are you? Yeah, so I reckon we're going to get some horror-themed games in this classic bundle. Whether that's Silent Hill or whether that's Resident Evil is another question. I reckon it could very well be something like Resident Evil 3, which has been forgotten about by a lot of people. It's my personal favourite in the PlayStation series. I think that'll be a great fit for a PlayStation Mini. Or you know, we might get both. We might get Silent Hill and Res Evil. Either way, I'm really pumped. We know that Konami is not allergic to making money, so there's bound to be some Konami games in. Metal Gear Solid is a bit of a grey area, because if you remember back to Metal Gear Solid, they had some very interesting tricks with Psycho Mantis, one of the bosses in that game, where you had to swap controllers from port 1 and port 2, swap the memory cards over so that Psycho Mantis couldn't read what you were doing, things like that. And I'm not sure that can be implemented properly in the PlayStation Classic. I would love to see Metal Gear Solid, but I don't think it's going to be in there. However, as we mentioned, Konami isn't allergic to making money. So I do believe that based upon the recent listing we have for Castlevania for PS4, I can fully expect Castlevania Symphony of the Night to be popped on this bad boy. Could you imagine how gorgeous that thing would look at 720p in HDMI? Well, you don't have to. You don't have to imagine, because it already came out on the PlayStation Network and the Xbox Live system on the Xbox 360, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So that was running under emulation for that system at that point. They could quite happily slap that bad boy on there. Now, what other companies have we got? Well, we've got licenses that, as I mentioned before, might be tricky. So I'm going to reckon that there are going to be more games with in-house music put on this thing. So Wipeout, the original Wipeout, an early PlayStation game, an iconic PlayStation game. It gave the PlayStation its cool era and cool persona. I reckon there's going to be a Wipeout on here. Possibly a Destruction Derby as well. Some cool stuff. Crash Bandicoot. I will eat my own ass with a spoon if a Crash Bandicoot game isn't on there. Whether that's Crash Bandicoot or Crash Team Racing, I'm not quite sure. I don't really fancy the taste of my own ass with or without the spoon, so I hope it's on there now that I've said that. But don't worry, I wouldn't do it on film. I wouldn't scare you like that. I couldn't deal with the strikes on the account. But yeah, there's a lot of great games that I'd like to see. I mean, guys in the chat, are there any games that you reckon that we'll see? Resident Evil 1.5 is unlikely streaky. I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. I've got a copy of the beta disc that was released online a while ago. It's a great little thing, but it's also a rather incomplete little thing. I don't think they would waste a valuable memory on that. But what else could there be? See, that's the problem. PlayStation had so many great games. So many diverse genres were released. That's the point. Parappa the Rapper. What a great shout that would be. Parappa the Rapper, very unique, very much a PlayStation icon. No licensing to worry about. It was all in-house music. I reckon Parappa the Rapper is going to be on this. So, what have I picked so far? Silent Hill, Wipeout, The Who, The Who, Parappa the Rapper. Yeah, Parappa the Rapper. Kick, punch, chop, got the funky flow. Yeah, he's awesome. I love the game. If you're into dance rhythm games, then it's one that's fairly simplistic, but it had this unique paper visual aesthetic. I loved it. A great little game. Great little game. Really exemplifies everything that made PlayStation awesome. What else could we think of that may make the list? Now, I think we've covered driving games with Ridge Racer, with Wipeout, possibly Destruction Derby. Rival Schools? That's a possibility, but it's also a relatively unknown game. Now, bear in mind that they've already got a 3D fighter on the list of Tekken 3. They might do a 2D fighting game, possibly a well-known game like Street Fighter Alpha 3, which isn't the best conversion, but it's a well-known game that could sell things. I reckon, personally, if they're going to put in another fighting game, I reckon they'd put in the original Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear started off on the PlayStation. It had these beautiful 2D visuals, really well animated. It was as good as anything that the Saturn could get, really. I loved Guilty Gear. The licensing shouldn't be too much of a problem, so that could be a possible if they want to throw in another fighting game. 2D platformer as well. As I say, guys, I don't think will be in there stuttering. A, I don't think it's popular enough. B, they've already got Cloud in Final Fantasy VII. I don't think they'd double up the character space like that. Klonoa could be a good shout though, owned. Klonoa could be possible. Tomba, stroke Tombi, depending on what part of the world you live in. That could also be a great shout, guys. Well done, you. I wonder what other platform games there could be. As I say, I think, personally, to fill in the platform gap, it will be Castlevania. I think Castlevania Symphony of the Night will be on this. I'm pretty certain that we'll see it at some point. You know, Castlevanias have shown up on the NES Classic, the SNES Classic. They will probably, when the N64 Classic comes out, be on that too. Klonoa is owned by Namco, so it's possible. Yeah, absolutely. We already know Namco's working with Sony on this because we've got Ridge Racer on there. Klonoa could be a really good shout, guys. That could be a great one. As I said before, stuttering, I don't think Tony Hawk will be on there. The Tony Hawk license with Activision expired in 2015. And also there is musical licensed tracks on the soundtrack for the game. And relicensing and renegotiating all of those deals just to release one game on a classic system, I think it'll be too costly to make it worthwhile for Sony, so I don't think they'll bother. I'd love to see it on there, especially THPS2, but I don't think that'll be there. Spider-Man could be a possibility with the popularity of the most recent Spider-Man games, but also because it's popular at the moment on PS4, I don't think they'd want to confuse their market by releasing a Spider-Man on PlayStation Classic as well. In terms of sports games, well, funnily enough, you mentioned that, stuttering. I'm thinking that Cool Borders would be a great selection. You know, it ticks all the boxes. Cool Borders, great fun game. Exemplified the cool attitude that the PlayStation tried to portray in the 90s. The licensing is dirt cheap. I think we could very well see Cool Borders 1 or 2 make the cut. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. But I think we'll see Cool Borders 2. Especially, it hit the sweet spot. See, the first game had link play built in, and I don't think this PlayStation Classic is going to afford us the same capabilities. So I reckon Cool Borders 2. GTA, now that's an interesting one, Streaky. Well, as I said before, they do have an 18 sticker or a mature sticker on the PlayStation box. GTA was born on the PC and on the PS1. You could be onto something. I'm just trying to think, did the soundtrack have any licenses? It didn't. I think it was all in-house music. So GTA could be a big hit if it was launched onto the Classic. And it's theoretically doable. It's just whether Rockstar want to or not. You know, they did release GTA 1 on PC for free a few years ago. But yeah, we could see. We could very well see a GTA on there. Yeah, we won't be seeing Ape Escape. Ape Escape because of the analog stick. Likewise, we won't see C12. We won't see a lot of the older, more recent PlayStation games, the ones that came out later in their life. I think they will focus on the early years of PlayStation based upon the design of the model. So we're talking the first 2 years, possibly, and then the big heavy hitters, the massive hits later on. As I said with Metal Gear Solid, it's 50-50. Metal Gear Solid had that Psycho Mantis thing where you had to juggle controllers, juggle memory sticks, and you also had to look at the picture on the back of the box to see the radio frequency to get past a certain section. Now, if they did implement that Metal Gear Solid, that means that screenshot will have to be on the back of the PlayStation Classic box. That will give it away. You know, if we can see that screenshot there, then Metal Gear Solid is absolutely in there. I'm not 100% sure that it will be. People will look for it, but whether it's actually in there or not, I couldn't tell you at this point. Oddworld is a possible. Again, I think we're fully covered with the platform scenario. I think Klonoa would be a more realistic shout than Oddworld. There's just so many possibilities, man. We've got literally 1,800 games to pick from. We might have a PlayStation Japan exclusive being translated for the first time ever to the UK. I heard somebody estimate that Pepsi Man was going to be on it. And I mean, I don't think that's realistic, but it just goes to show the depth and breadth of the library. It's just fucking mental. And I love it. That's what made PlayStation just so damn cool. Okay, but yeah, really exciting stuff. I think it's a good price point. I'm pumped. I'm pre-ordered. I am really looking forward to Christmas. If I can tear myself away from the Neo Geo Classic Mini, which is coming out next month, And of course, Red Dead. Red Dead. Sounds better and better every time I see it, and hear about it, and dream about it, and desperately want to play it. Yeah, I want that game bad. And yeah, the rumours of the Nintendo 64 Classic are coming back. I'm going to buck the trend on this one. I am going to buck the trend. I do not think they will announce a N64 Classic yet. Do you know why? Come on, chat. Say, why, Jackie? Why? Hear me out, okay? Next year is the year 2019. In 1989, a little machine was released called the Game Boy. I reckon the next Nintendo Classic will be an anniversary Game Boy Classic. Now you can imagine how awesome that will be with a little little LCD screen, you know, rechargeable battery pack, HDMI output so you could link it to your TV and what have you. How awesome would it be to have 20 or 30 Game Boy games that you can take on the go with you, just like you could with the real system? I think that is too good an opportunity for Nintendo to pass up. I will think that will be the next one. I hope it is. I really hope it is. They could do it for a reasonable price. You look at the price of screens nowadays, and yeah, a small 4-inch screen is next to nothing. You could get it for a couple of quid. And the strength of the Game Boy library means that there is a plethora of games to pick from. With the N64 Classic, it's a bit harder on that front. Let's be honest. If you heard about a Nintendo 64 Classic, what's the first game you think of? What would be the first game that you'd want to play on an N64 Classic? It's probably going to be one of two games. Super Mario 64 or GoldenEye. GoldenEye is impossible to release on an N64 Classic. You know? So you think about that, and then you think about all the games that Rare own. Perfect Dark, again, owned by Microsoft now. Not going to happen. Conker's Bad Fur Day, not going to happen. Jet Force Gemini, not going to happen. Blast Corps, not going to happen. So you've got things like Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Wave Race 64, Pilot Wings 64. But then what else have you got, really? You know, Nintendo like to keep it family friendly, so any adult violent oriented games probably wouldn't make the cut. You probably have a mystical ninja game thrown in there if there was an N64 Mini, but you would have very few. So I reckon there'd only be like 15 games in the collection, and the hardware for the NES and SNES Classic was identical. They would need to boost up the power of their system to cope with N64 emulation, which means additional cost. They would also need to implement an N64 joystick, which I'm just seeing if I've got one to hand at the moment, but N64 joysticks, they were actually sued for because on certain games, it would burn the fuck out of your hand due to the analog stick. The design was poor, it was expensive, it had connection ports for cartridges built in, the rumble packs were separate. It would be a logistical headache to implement all of the tech into one new N64 style controller. I don't think we're going to see N64 next year or this year. I think it will be the Game Boy Classic after the PlayStation Classic. Then we'll see the Sega Classic get released, you know, whether 80 games is included or not in the picture anymore. Haven't got a clue. But then I think the market will be oversaturated. Nintendo will back off, and then N64 will eventually come out the year after. That's my theory anyway. Who am I? Who am I to judge? I'm not a head honcho at Nintendo. I ain't got a fucking clue what they're planning. It's just guesswork and license work and all that stuff. I don't see an N64 happening right now. Anyway. But hey ho, what do you guys think? I mean, if there was an N64 Classic, what games would you like to see? What games would you like to see on it? And while you're typing that up in chat, let's get a game rolling. I was planning to play the Capcom Beat 'em Up collection for the Xbox One, because I can't talk today. I'm an achievement whore, and I've got to complete 2 more of the games to complete the game 100%. And B, they're great games. I love playing them. But for some reason, my Xbox isn't connecting online at the moment. I'm going to try it again. Let's switch over to the stream interface now. Okay, so let's give it a go. I mean, I might be able to play it offline, just signed into my account, but... Oh, Parasite Eve and Dino Crisis. Good shouts, Stuttering. Parasite Eve, especially, I would love to see. I played Dino Crisis again for the first time a couple of weeks ago. Hasn't held up so well. I would like them to regenerate the franchise, but yeah, it hasn't aged well. Parasite Eve, on the other hand, is freaking fantastic. I love that game. Parasite 1 and 2 would be especially cool. Parasite Eve 1 never made it here in the UK. It only came out in America and Japan, so that would be an even bigger selling point for the PlayStation Classic if they ported it over to us. Okay, it looks like my Xbox is being an asshole, so we may not be able to play Capcom Beat 'em Up Collection. I'm going to wait for it to sign in. Hopefully it will decide to actually kick off at some point soon. Oh, and it's just said that I am running out of hard drive space on my stream recording. Do I think systems will differ depending on region? No, I don't think they will. Purely because it's all digital. They're all disk images. There's no region lockout because, let's face it, the system is there when you buy it. You don't have to worry about software sales being separate to hardware sales. It's all bundled in. I reckon much like the SNES Classic and the NES Classic, one size will fit all, and the games will be the NTSC versions. But again, I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. So I will be very disappointed if I have to deal with PAL 50 Hertz bullcrap, especially in this day and age where it's simply unacceptable nowadays. Yeah, I'd be gutted. Absolutely gutted. Like, just bear with me a sec. My Xbox is still trying to log me in. It's just being a tit, isn't it? Right. Never mind. Screw that. We will try that for another day. We will leave the Xbox to it. For some reason, the network's not working as it should. Yeah, forget it. Oh, by the way, I've changed the stream layout slightly, as you may or may not have noticed. There's a bit more going on. I hope it's not too busy for you guys. I tried to add a few more features, like a stream boss. So whenever you subscribe, donate, or follow me, I lose hit points, and when I lose all my hit points, you become the boss, and then people try and kick your ass and take you off the top spot. So that's there, and you can donate at streamlabs.com/juggernaut or patreon.com/juggernaut. That will tick down that little bar there. I've also put a clock in the corner so you can see my local time. It's hidden underneath the chat, but I've made the chat transparent. And you'll also see I've got, as before, my controller inputs for my controller. And I've also got a tip jar so that when people do subscribe and do follow and all that jazz, they'll have a little icon that goes in there and it'll animate and be awesome. Hope you guys like it. Right, so fuck the Capcom Beat 'em Up collection. Fuck Xbox for now. We can forget about it. Let's play old school games. Now, we could do another beat 'em up. We could do one that I would have loved to have seen on the beat 'em up collection. Of course, due to licensing, there were certain beat 'em up games from the 1990s that could not be made on that compilation. They will never see home conversions, not official ones anyway. I am, of course, talking about Alien vs Predator and Cadillacs versus dinosaurs. Or Cadillacs and dinosaurs, whatever it's called. Yeah, we unfortunately will never see proper renditions of that. But we've got my copy of MAME here, and we can fix it quite easily. Where's all my artwork? Ah, there it is. Half my artwork's gone missing. Great. Never mind. Okay, so let's get the Capcom games rolling. So let's go to manufacturer, and we'll go C Capcom. Right. Of course, Armored Warriors is one of the games I was planning to play, and the other one was Battle Circuit. Yeah, Battle Circuit, but we can leave those for another day when the Xbox isn't being quite such a douche. So let's play AVP. Note to self, it would be handy to move the stream controls over to the other monitor before I start playing. That would be super helpful, wouldn't it? Okay, just bear with me a second. Just going to get the game rolling. Okay, oh, 1 second. I'd like to see my chat as well so that I can keep up with you guys. There we go, happy day, so I can catch up with the chat as we go. This game is indeed awesome. 72 hours later. Right, it's also just completely disappeared from my screen. It shut itself down. While you've been gone, I've been really getting into original Game Boy emulation. Yeah, Game Boy rules. There are so many hidden gems on that system. I will do some hidden gems videos at some point or other, because there's just so many. I mean, I did try to incorporate a few of the really, really good ones on my best Game Boy game list. Monster Max, for example. Nobody's ever heard of it, it seems, but the people that do know it absolutely love that game, me included. I think that's a fantastic game. But there are so many, and so many ports from other systems that were done brilliantly and with the palette in mind. Yeah, it's just a phenomenal little unit. Okay, here we go. So AVP.
Big money! Big prizes! I love it!
Donkey Kong and Adventure Island. Great games. I'm just going to adjust my controls a little bit. Okay, so I want start. And coin. Sweet!
Time to hunt.
Time to hunt. So let's go. Lovely sprite work in this game. Sorry about the game sound. I will adjust that for you. Yeah, my bad. Whoops, sorry about that. So let's go for a Dutch. Dutch, of course, from the original Predator movie. Arnie's character. Dylan, you son of a bitch! Boof! Charge into that. Yeah, my bad, stuttering. I didn't mean to blow your eardrums off. I just forgot to that I had the sound on at full. I normally have it to -20, but yeah, my bad. Oops. You didn't need to hear anyway, right? I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Of course, this game was released in the era of let's take as much money as humanly possible by making the games artificially hard and artificially long. This is a prime example of that kind of arcade game mentality. I mean, I'm sure there are some expertly skilled players that can get through the whole game on a single life. I'm not one of them.
Come on.
Keep an eye out for those sign bags.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, they're dropping down on us. Flame on. Look at how many enemies on screen. The engine was absolutely amazing for, what was this, 1994 when this came out? Having this many sprites that were this big, running this smooth, was just, oh, incredible. And of course, Capcom's animation team did a bang-up job, as they always did. Capcom was always synonymous with quality back in the day. Well, for the most part. I mean, the home conversions are a little bit dodgy, but arcade games, yeah, right up there with Sega. Demonstration. We're stuck. It's wrecked. I know how to handle this. I'll punch the controls. That will work. How come when he punches the aliens, the blood acid doesn't melt the metal on his arm? Oh, you stalker. It's a royal guard. Guard this. I still dream of the day where this will actually get a official home conversion. You know, just for Fox and Disney or whoever the hell owns the franchises now. Just to pull in with Capcom, do the world a favour, and release this awesome game for the home. You know, split the revenue, 50-50, down the middle. Donate it all to charity, do whatever you need to do, but just give us a home conversion. But it will never happen, unfortunately. Thank God for MAME. I would have never played this game if it wasn't for MAME. MAME is one of the best creations in all the histories. Yeah, Sengoku 3 is great. I actually have Sengoku on my Neo Geo. It's one of the 3 games I own. Oh shit. There goes my life. Super. I should really use my special a bit more often. I mean, it's there, it recharges. May as well use it, right? Doesn't take health away like specials do in most beat 'em ups. Yeah. woo! Ah, that's better.
Payback time. Do it! Do it!
Those aliens all come from one hive. Also, while you were missed, I picked up a 360 and a GameCube. Good for you, Stuttering. I wouldn't say the Xbox 360 is an underrated classic. I would say it's one of the greatest consoles ever made. But the GameCube definitely is underrated. And there are some absolute corkers on the GameCube. Absolute corkers. Like what's it called? Cubivore. That was a great game. Really, really interesting. Really, really unique. Well worth hunting down if you can find it at an affordable price. Yeah, the downside is with the GameCube, a lot of the really good stuff is getting expensive. Xbox 360 stuff right now, still dirt cheap. Still dirt cheap. You can pick up games for £1. In fact, I got a friend who picked up a couple of dozen games that were still sealed for 20 quid. Now, personally, my Xbox 360 collection is my biggest collection across all systems. I love my 360. Absolutely loved it. So many unique innovations were released with that machine. I mean, cross-game chat was never a thing until that came in. Achievements. DLC. That's not necessarily a good thing, though. I had games already, but played them on the Wii. Yeah. Nothing quite like the actual GameCube hardware. It's so diddy and so cute and just so cool. And if you get the Game Boy player as well, that's a real nice addition to the GameCube. I've got a purple one. I've got a black GameCube, but a purple Game Boy player. Oh, I lost my credit. Continue and get one up. Can start with 2 players. Let's pump some credits in there. Let's play as one of the Predators. God damn, look at my health. It's already gone. My health just got decimated. Player 1 needs food badly. How do I hit that little turd? There we go. Gotta get my purple on. Eggs Benedict, anyone? Nah, they were over easy. Of course, the alien monster was created by H.R. Giger. A very cool illustrationist, or illustrator, should I say, for the proper vernacular. Great artist. He was able to replicate things over and over again with supreme accuracy. I've got a couple of his art books, and the attention to detail that some of his drawings and paintings had was absolutely incredible. Of course, The Alien is his most famous work, but it's not his only work that entered the video game mainstream. I don't know if you've ever played it, but there were two games called Darkseid 1 and 2, that were inspired by H.R. Giger's work, and actually featured it as a mainstay throughout the entire game. Very surreal point-and-click adventures. Some of my favourite games. They were fantastic. Really dark, really grim, really violent, really unique. I loved it. That was on the Amiga, the PC. No, my bad. I don't want to be a health and safety risk stuttering. Come on. It's hard enough getting copyright strikes, let alone physicality strikes. You know. I don't need to put PSAs on my stream saying warning, caution, contents may be hot. I don't want to do that. That's too much work, man. Although I did add something to my stream, to appeal to the kids a little bit. Now I've made a character for my stream, just a little reminder to tell people to subscribe. Just a little friendly, cute little face. Do you want to see it? So, yes, Juggernaut, I'd love to see it. I'd love it. Now, I haven't given it a voice yet, but I've done the animation, and yeah, I've done the lower third. You want to see? Let's pause so that we can premiere my little new character. Right, get this. So I've paused the game just briefly so that you can see my new pal. He's going to help with my stream to help me get more subscribers. He's going to be for the kids. Okay, you ready? Oh no! The game froze. Shit. Okay, well, that's bad. That sucks. But we'll get there again. So, here we go. Where is my little pal gone? Where is he? Just bear with me a second. I'll go to studio mode a sec. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Let me copy him across to the other OBS thing I have here. Just going to copy him to the top. We're going to paste. Going to paste this one as well. Copy, paste. Okay, so this is my new animation with my new friend. Ready? Subscribe and touch the bell end. It's Barry Bellend, everybody. Say hello to Barry the Bellend. How we doing, Barry? You like him? I was thinking I'd give him a voice like a, hello, how are you? Really high pitch. But I haven't quite figured it out yet. But welcome to Barry, everybody. I'm sure we'll be seeing Barry once in a while on my live streams and on my videos later on. Just reminding people to touch the bell end after they subscribe to me. What do you reckon? Good? Good? Right, let's get back to where we were. I can't believe the game crashed just as I changed screen. Alright, well, rather than retread old ground, rather than replay Alien v Predator, let's do Cadillac. Should we do Cadillac? Yeah, I want people to ring my bell end. I want them to touch my bell end. Give it a good stroke. Give it a press. Give it a tap. Whatever you want to do. Whatever device you're with. Tap the bell end and make us all happy. It always gives me a tingle of delight when you touch it. I've asked the wife to touch the bell end, but she's just had one of our babies, so she doesn't want to go anywhere near Barry. Okay, well, let's try this again, shall we? This time with Cadillacs and dinosaurs, we won't, hopefully, have much of a problem. Okay, so let's roll. So we've, as AVP crashed, we'll go straight to Cadillacs and dinosaurs. So we can play as Jack T, Hannah D, Mustafa C, or Mess O, Combo Breaker. Why couldn't they call him Mess D? My men will teach you a lesson. I've just noticed this. Mess T looks like the character from Another World, Out of This World. Doesn't he? Like, my Gruber. My Gruber. Controllers and alcohol do not mix, stuttering. Naughty boy, naughty, naughty boy. I never do that. I totally won't be planning to do that on my birthday. No. Go, go, go. Whee! Crunch. No recoil whatsoever on landing. I am the baddest man on the planet. I punch fat men and steak comes out. Oh yeah. Punch that dude and a grenade fell out of his ass. What kind of kink is he into? Your carcass will fatten up this rock hopping before I skin it. I'm going to skin it for you, pal. Just like that. This guy that I'm fighting against is totally not the dude from Mad Max 2. You know, the one of the main villains. Totally not. No, not at all. Purely coincidental. Okay, they gave him the hair, but... Ow! Ooh, fist to the face! Ah. Oh yeah, Double Dragon's great. That is one of the few cases of domestic violence being evident on a NES game. Marion getting punched right in the guts. Oof! The only thing that could have been worse is a good old-fashioned cunt punt. Right, boot, boof. Gotta love the 80s. That would never fly today. Never ever. Oh, and punching each other and the dino. Oh, you naughty, naughty boy. Boom. Sorry, all that I can see when I look at this guy now is the creature from Another World. All that I want to say, all stream long, is my Grover. My Grover. Still had a blast. Club and Baby Seals and Ice Climbers. Yeah, Ice Climbers. Yeah, never a big fan of Ice Climbers. I guess you'd have had to been a NES owning type of guy when that game came out to have fond memories of it. I have no nostalgia for that game whatsoever because I didn't own a NES till I was an adult. And yes, I do call it NES because I am British. It's not NES and it's not Nintendo Entertainment System or NES. It's NES. It's NES and SNES where I come from. Now, I had a SNES when I was growing up, and I loved my SNES, but the Nintendo, at the time that came out, we were all big on our home computers still. We had our Spectrums, our Commodore 64s, our Amstrads, Amigas, STs. The poor old NES never really got much of a look in, so I don't have that much nostalgia for NES games. Of course, a couple of beauties transcended boundaries and yeah, just crossed our paths. Speaking of cross paths, you do not want to cross a path with a butcher like this. Come on, you're chopping a fucking dino in half with a sword. I don't really want to be saying, hey buddy, you might want to pack that in, pal. Or else me and my fists are going to teach you a lesson. Ah, elevators. Yes. Elevator action's great. Did you think? Have you played the Redux? Elevator Action Returns. Another great game. Looks like your luck just ran out. I don't think so. Punch to the face. Let's play as Jack T. Jack T, totally not Cody, just with the yellow boots. Yay! Played it on the Wii U, yeah. It's good stuff. Ooh, that was just mean. Speaking of Wii and Wii U, are there any exclusive Wii U games anymore? I'm trying to think. Apart from Nintendo Land, I can't think of any Wii U exclusives anymore. They've all been ported either to other consoles or to the Switch. Now, my Wii U library is tiny. I have only got 6 games for my Wii U. I'd really like to play more, but there's just nothing that appealed to me. The Wii U was such a letdown. So disheartened, man. Of course, I bought my Wii U purely for Bayonetta 2 and for Mario Kart 8. Both of which I now own on the Switch as well. I love my Switch. Take the car! It will be safer to go for it! Woo! Run people over. I don't know what this car's made out of, but there's not a single dent on this puppy. Even after running over about 30 people. 40, 50. And endless barrels. There's not a mark on it. True American marksmanship and technical know-how. A grenade just merely changes the paint color. Damn. Yeah, Nintendo's still supporting Just Dance on it. They're still supporting the Wii with Just Dance. Ubisoft will beat that horse to death and back in the afterlife. When it's just merely dust and bones, it will still be beaten to death. I'm sure Just Dance will still be around when I'm 76. And it will still probably be out on the frickin' Wii. Yeah, oh great, what does the fox say now? Does it go wop up 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 pow? Wow, I could have never guessed. What beautiful plot twists Just Dance has. Jack's garage, eh? Block the entrance with those. With those really weird arms. Yeah. Okay, you can try. Nice place. Now it's mine. Me and the family use the Wii when they come over to my home. Yeah. Nobody in my family uses the Wii, unfortunately. It's all Xbox and Switch. We barely use the PlayStation 4. In fact, I'd say we use the SNES Classic more than we use the PS4. Oh no, dead again! Pow! Let's try Hannah. Oh, she's pretty cool. She's quite lithe, agile, fast. Yet she still does quite a bit of damage. Oh, you own a complete Wii collection, do you? Now, gotta ask you this, Star, and I've got to be honest. I've got to ask you. Out of the complete Wii collection, how many games, in your opinion, are truly worth owning? Because I gotta say, when I look at the Wii selection of games available, it's a hell of a lot of PS2 ports and shovelware. I can't imagine there'd be a high percentage of great games, although I might be wrong. I mean, you've got the complete set, so maybe you know of games that I've not seen or know about. But yeah, let me know what you think. What are the games I should really check out on the Wii? I know about Excite Bots. I love Excite Bots on the Wii. Great game. Mad World, of course, fantastic little game. Mario Galaxies, of course, yeah. But what else is there? Go, go, go! Ow! One bullet left in the Uzi. Good job, there's a rifle. That was my rifle, this is my gun. That one's for fighting, and this one is also for fighting. Delicious. I love the fact that when you run out of bullets for the rifles and for the guns, you can use them as melee. What are you doing in my garage? Hey man, here to put an end to your little adventure with my boomerangs. Okay, Slice. I'm gonna have a piece of you. Get it? I don't expect anyone to really laugh at that joke, just for the record. I'm ashamed of myself. I may now have to commit harikiri, but as my character died, I think that would justify it. And now we're on Mustafa. Mustafa character, I think, is officially the best character. To be honest with you, I can't tell much of a difference. All I know is there's a lot of boomerangs flying about. A lot of shadow copies of the enemy getting in my way. Lots of drop kicking to the face. Yeah, rail shooters were good on the Wii. That's its strong point. House of the Dead 2 and 3. NY machine guns or LA machine guns and Gunblade. Ghost Squad. Dead Space Extraction. Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. Just trying to think of any other light gun shooters on there. Yeah, but even if I can't think of any, that's plenty to keep people going. The dinosaurs have gone crazy! Village of Flame. Are they cooking a baby dino? Now, of course, red dinosaurs are pissed off and angry. They attack you. If you punch them enough, they will leave you alone for some weird reason. And they'll also turn green. Then they'll be your friends. Or at least not bother you. A bit of a Tatsumaki Senpu Kyaku. Wow, look at the amount of sprites again on screen. Much like AVP that we played earlier, briefly. There's a lot going on in this game. Would have been very difficult to port to the home properly. At least at the time. Of course, now it'll be piss easy, but back then, it would have been a tough port. You know, fun story. When the Sega CD game of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs came out, I ordered it thinking that it was a home conversion of this arcade game. That was a disappointing package. When I got that home that day, it was a sad day. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs for the Sega CD wasn't a bad game, it was just one of those full motion video things and totally not a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Which means it totally upset me. Because this is what I was expecting. I was expecting a two-player fighting romp like the arcade version was. Oh look, it's Blanca! Hey Blanca! How's it going, buddy? Oh sorry, Bludge. Yes. As in, totally not Blanca. I won't get my ass kicked. Ooh. can call him Pound Store Blanca. You know, he's one of those Poundland knockoffs. Or Dollar Store knockoffs. Go, go, go! Ooh. Uzi 9mm. Hey Pearl, how's it going? Shout outs to you, Pearl. You and your collection of complete Wii games with your partner here. He's been telling me about your Wii nights with the family, playing a bit of Family Feud, and the rail shooters, of course. Okay, clearing out the wheat from the chaff now. Got rid of the poachers. Now it's on to the main event. Got 3 minutes to kill this dude, and my batteries die. Wow, talk about inappropriate moment. So we'll just pause. I'm just going to swap out my batteries. Luckily, I have a spare set fully charged right here. Ah, the joys of wireless technology, eh? The joys. Somebody's got to devise a kinetic battery, you know. One that you can just charge up from flinging the controller around by tapping the buttons and stuff. I'm sure the tech is there. It's just a matter of expense. Right, okay, batteries are fully charged up. Just wait for it to resync. And we should be back to resume normal business. Thank you for coming. I'm unable to read access far too fast. His name is... That guy always was a big mouth. Well, you've got a big head, little buddy. And I'm going to smash it in for you. So, you're welcome. Damn. Right, going to die first and then come back swinging. Oh. Final uppercut. No, it's not the final one because he's still alive. And he's being really cheap by just dodging slightly upwards of my punch just to dodge it. Cheap AI tactic, that. Naughty Capcom. It matters not, though. I'm going to kick his ass due to unlimited credits on MAME. If I was playing this in a real arcade and had to pump quarters in, I'd be on a second mortgage for my house about now. Oh, shit. I thought he was ugly in the first time around. Damn. He's called Morg. Why did they call him Morg? Oh, because I died. That's why. Paul. Sorry, more. Finding clothes that are going to fit you now is going to be the bane of your existence. Well, that and the fact that you're a half fucking dinosaur that's blue, of course. One up. Oh, for my 1,000,000 points, that's why. Anyone else? Where do they get this unlimited supply of fat assholes? You know, as a large gentleman myself, I've got to say, there aren't many of us that can run as fast as these guys do. Or fight as well as these do. And there certainly aren't that many that are bald on the top with a long, luscious beard. What, do they go to fat, oversized dwarves or us, or something? Pick out these guys, along with Poncho Parlor for the other guys? Theo wants me. Right. Get in my belly! Hang on a sec. Just bear with me a moment, people. I think I heard something. One moment. One of my kids' toys got set off. Sorry about that. I heard something, I just had to check it out. A toy just went off randomly. Uh-oh, no, I do here. Oh, we got a friend here. We might have to pause again. Oh dear. Are you okay, buddy? Oh, you alright, son? Oh dear. Oh dear. Are you alright? Seems like my little one's had a bit of a nightmare. Just bear with me a sec, guys. We'll be right back. We're just going to sort out this little upset, and then we will return shortly. Okay, sorry about the break, guys, but I'm gonna sort him out. Okay, so I will be right back. Alright. Okay, guys. Unfortunately, my little one's had a bit of a nightmare, and he needs a bit of quiet time with Dad. Sort him out. So, regretfully, I might have to call this stream a bit short. I'm gonna see how he is. You're gonna say hi to everyone, Theo? You gonna say hello? Wave hello. Say hi. Say hello, YouTube. Come on, you say. No, you had a bad dream, eh? You're out of whack, aren't you? Yeah. Poor little man. Yeah. Now, would you mind if I continued my game for a little bit for the people watching? Yeah? Would you mind? And then we go up to bed after we finish? Is that okay with you? Alright then. Hold on. He says that we can play for a little bit. Okay? You okay with that? Then we go up to bed and I'll tuck you in. Yeah? Alright. Okay. So we're gonna attempt to just get to the end of Cadillacs. We'll see how it goes for now. I'm gonna have this pal on me, so yeah, we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, as you can imagine, the flow of language will have to change somewhat. Hey, buddy. Yeah. The flow of language will change. There we are. And we'll just get through to the end of this, and then we'll call the stream a night. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Oh! What have I done? I pressed the wrong screen, silly old dad. Right, here we go. So I've got no audio at the moment, no sound. We're just going to go through. The coal main. Is that supposed to be the coal man? What I do know is I want that hamburger. Oh, they got me. They got me again. Oh dear. Yeah, I got her. I've given her a bubba. Yeah. Oh no. That man shot us. Oh no. Let's beat him up. Ready? Beat him up. Bang, bang. Yeah. Beat him up. Pow, 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 pow. Look, he's got a yellow hat. You've got a red hat, don't you? Do you like your red hat? It doesn't say Make America Great Again, does it? No. Just a plain old red hat with no political influence whatsoever on it. Just the way we like it. Red hats should be red with no writing at all. Ain't that right? Yeah. That's right. He's a little bit young for 2-player. He's only 3. He had his 3rd birthday a couple of weeks ago, hey? On September 11th he was born. September 11th, 2015. Hey? So, his birthday's in the same month as his old man's. Hey? Now Max, my eldest son, he's 7.
Rain!
Yeah, it's raining, yeah. And we like to play Minecraft and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and things together. That's probably why the SNES Classic gets more love than the PlayStation 4, to be honest. Because we like those scrolling beat 'em ups. River City Ransom is one of his favourite games. But you're a bit young yet, aren't you? You like to watch Minecraft.
No.
It's a dinosaur. Dinosaur's foot. Look, the dinosaur's so big, we can only see his toes. Oh, he stood on me. That's not funny. He trod on me. Don't tread on me, man. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me. Hey, get off. Hey, pesky dino. And there he is. Look, he's smiling away in the background. He's like, he's been a pickle, isn't he? Been a right little pickle. You okay? Good. Ah, they got me again. Pow. Let's play with this guy.
Daddy.
Daddy?
Yeah.
That's not Daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Dafty. Yeah, we're fighting Blankers.
Hey, give me.
Here we go. Run, run, run. Oh, pow, pow, blip. I'm going to squish him. Ready? You can't go any further. I will show you the incredible power of the Doctor. He turned into a weird creature, look. Yeah, isn't he weird?
Yeah. No.
Godzilla?
No.
Godzilla?
Yeah.
No, he's not Godzilla. He's a bit like Godzilla, but not quite. He's green and he's a big creature, isn't he?
Yeah, I like baby.
Yeah. He's a bit like a frog too, yeah. But he doesn't go ribbit, he goes roar. You hear him? He goes roar.
Yeah.
And now he won't go any way at all because he's dead. Daddy kicked his butt.
No.
I kicked his butt.
No.
And there's another one now, look.
Monster.
He's a red one. Oh, and they kicked my butt.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue
I
and
like
play the next one.
you.
Yeah. A pow. Ooh, chocolate.
My favorite dad. Hey.
Yeah, got him. Pow, pow.
Me.
Oh, he knocked me down. He nearly killed me. I thought it was over. No, there's more. Yeah, there's more. Come here, there's more.
What is this?
The big blue one.
One.
Yeah, big blue one.
A ribbit.
Yeah, big blue ribbit.
Ah!
Cake. Who likes cake?
No, that's me. Ah!
Oh, they got me. Ah, what? Alright, oh, we need to pop some more credits in. We'll go back as the girl. We're just gonna swap out the characters every time we die, which will be a lot in this game because this game eats up credits like crazy. Very unfair game, which was designed to take as much money as it possibly could from people. There's chicken, yeah.
I like chicken.
Jungle Mine. This guy looks familiar. I think it's the genius Dr. Fessenden. This equipment looks like the staff in the underground ruins. Yeah, we got them all. We'll be fighting some other people now. City in the sea. Get off me. I'm gonna die. Bird. It's that pesky bird. That's the one that's getting me. Get the bird out of the way and we're okay. Okay, now we're going to die. There's so many on screen. Yeah. Nothing we could do about that, really. It's alright. It happens. It happens an awful lot. Oof. Come get me. Yeah? I don't know if there are any more in this level. We'll have a look. Yeah, we got him. We're beating them all up. They're all baddies. We're getting them all. Look at how many there are. All of them against little old me.
I got coin.
Yeah, we got a coin. Got 3 minutes to beat all these baddies up.
Up?
Yeah. Okay.
No.
It says go, go, go. Gotta go down the lift. Or the elevator, as some people call it. They're all going down. After I do. Back to Mustafa. Mustafa.
Oh.
That's his name, Mustafa.
Mustafa's name?
Yeah, Mustafa's name. What's your name?
Theodore.
That's right, Theodore. And his name is Mustafa. What's my name?
Mustafa.
No, my name's not Mustafa. What's my name? You know my name.
Victor. No, don't go then.
You're gonna kick the other guy's butts.
Yeah, but
Here we go. I couldn't do my special. Never mind. I'm in. The library. I don't think they'll exist for much longer, libraries. I think they'll all go digital soon. I don't think we'll see physical books much longer. They're already replacing them with iPads in schools. Well, your big brother has an iPad to read at school, doesn't he?
Yeah, but not me.
No, not you. Well, we do have an iPad that you use, don't we? But you like books as well, don't you? Yeah.
More rabbit.
Yeah, more rabbits. The blanker looking things. Yeah. You think they're rabbit? They're frogs, do you?
No.
Theo, have you done a poo? You need a poo? No? You sure?
I got in.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just move you up a touch. There we go.
Okay. Sausage roll.
Is that a sausage roll, you think?
Good. It's ham.
It looks like a chicken turkey leg, doesn't it?
Tea.
Oh, a cup of tea. Yeah, let's get the tea.
Uh-oh, it's ham. Tea. I'm not eat tea.
Oh, I'm going to tell him off by beating him up. There. Don't you take my tea. That tea is for me. You fools there trying to stop the creator of a new world. I can give you a new life, just as I have done to your old friend, your headless sores. It would be nice, Stuttering. Unfortunately, it is not to be. I live on an island that has a very small population. There's only 60 odd thousand of us that live where I live. Very small communities. So I don't really get a chance to retro game with anyone except my kids. Normally it's a solo endeavour unless it's an online game. Yeah, we're gonna get the green ones. We're gonna get the big boys. We're gonna eat the donut. The donuts rule, don't they? Donuts rule.
Make on that.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yowza. Oh no! Lost another credit. Crikey, we're going through so many of them. I wonder if there's a counter. I can't remember if there's a counter at the end of the game. It tells you how many you've used. But we're making our way through them, aren't we? Okay, just one left. That was unfortunate. And that was unfortunate again. Ooh, donut. Floor donut.
Mom, go.
You alright? The underworld.
Daddy, thank you. Daddy, Ribbit.
Yeah.
I see no Ribbit.
Voice down a bit.
Daddy, no.
Voice down a bit. The others are still asleep. Don't forget.
Daddy, no.
Yeah.
Oh, Ribbit. Daddy, no. Where did go? I like Ribbit.
You like the ribbits.
No. No.
Quiet down.
Did you?
Don't forget, it's very late. You've got to keep your voice down. You want to wake your brothers up.
Wait, my Gogo?
Yeah, you don't want to wake up Guga, do you? Let Guga and Baby Bash sleep. Oh, you blew me up. Yeah.
Oh, baby! Did you?
Quiet down. Calm down.
Dad.
Yeah. Ribbits. Are we gonna whisper, are we? We're gonna whisper about the ribbits.
Ow!
Well, that whispering didn't last long, did it?
Huh?
Nearly gone.
Shoot!
Okay.
Dad.
Yeah, there's a fly. It's okay. It's just a fly. We can't be far from the end now, surely. I can't remember exactly how many levels this game had. But we've been at it for quite a while. I would imagine it's not that much longer.
Pizza!
Pizza, yeah.
More football! Game cheese! Matching! This is not our
Yeah. They beat up these baddies. Heart Foundation. This is Cadillacs and Dinosaurs for the arcade. Yeah. And the Xbox 360 exclusive you recommend? Oh, you've got all day. Crikey. So many great Xbox games. There's a little game which is relatively unknown, which I was pleasantly surprised about discovering. A-Train HX. If you like strategy games, that's a great one. A-Train HX. Fantastic little train building, city building simulator, which is really, really cool. Of course, there's the Gears of War series and the Halo series. Goes without saying, really. There are so many great games in those series and those franchises. Every single one is worth checking out, in my opinion. Just trying to think of what else. I really enjoyed Shadowrun as well. Not a lot of people did, because it's very different to the books and the intellectual property, but it was a great first-person shooter in my opinion. Multiplayer only. You've got and a range of magical abilities. Each character's slightly different. Yeah, and that was well worth playing. It's dead cheap. Blue Dragon's a good RPG. Lost Odyssey is another one. There are so many great Xbox 360 games. It's difficult to list them all. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. What else we got? What else we got on 360? There's a load of downloadable stuff on Xbox 360 that's well worth checking out as well. Some of it's multi-format, some of it's exclusive, but oh man, I think that would need 2 videos all on its own just for Xbox and 360. They're just great platforms. Got over 1,000 games for the 360 in my collection, and it's easily my favourite system ever. Absolutely love it. I love the controller, I love the design of the machine, I love the functionality. Everything's just damn cool. Well, stuttering, if you haven't got the Halos, absolutely get Halo 3 and 4. Well worth it. Halo Wars as well. Was a great little strategy game designed for console. I'm a big fan of the Dynasty Warriors games as well, so I'd recommend all of those and other games in that kind of genre. There's a great kind of side game to that called Bladestorm. It's also available on PS4 and Xbox One, but it's so worth checking. Earth Defense Force. The Earth Defense Force games.
I know right there.
I've been expecting you. You were just in time to see me transform into a weird ugly thing. Yeah. Oh, Dead or Alive 4 as well. Another great exclusive. Dead or Alive 4 is one of my favourite fighting games ever. It's got a Halo Spartan as one of the hidden characters. It's so well done. Such a great game. You've got Virtua Fighter, you've got Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. You've got some great Sega ports like Jet Set Radio, Nights into Dreams, the Sonic games. There's a lot of great Xbox Live Arcade stuff as well. What's that, sir? You like Sonic, don't you? You like to watch Sonic? Pathetic fools now witness the true power of my serum as it takes effect. Look at him. He's turned into a big mama jamma. I've finally done it. All the strength of the mighty dinosaur and my extreme intelligence together. Yep, we're gonna kick its butt. Oh, stuttering, the Crackdown games, of course. How could I forget Crackdown? Crackdown 1 especially, but Crackdown 2 is great too. Absolute must-owns. Yeah, I will make a video at some point for the 360. The downside is, unfortunately, my 360 is in storage at the moment. I've been trying to get it back for ages, but every box I open, I can't find it. So the only 360 games I can cover at the moment are the ones that are backward compatible through Xbox One. What do I think of the arcade version of Space Harrier? An all-time classic. Welcome to the Fantasy Zone. Get ready. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna kick its butt. Don't you worry. Yeah, I'm looking forward to payday myself. Yeah, now we beat him. Look.
No way.
I go for both. Both games are great. The first one's the best one, but the second one's
way.
yeah. Uh-oh, what's he doing? He's nodding and he's going, yeah.
Now I'm not mutating the situation.
Oh.
Uh-oh, indeed, eh? His lab has gone explode.
And how?
Hurry up!
Hannah! Not Hannah.
Oh, crumbs. Hannah's a goner. Hannah, Jack! But wait a minute. Are there only 2 survivors out of the 4? They're walking through the desert. Just 2 burly men alone in the desert with no one around.
That to never.
Many thanks, Pooh.
Yeah.
Look, it says many thanks, Pooh.
Ew. Ew.
And Super Joe.
Ew.
And Capcom all staff.
Ew.
Ooh. Jack, hi, you are all right. Of course, we barely made it.
No.
Better than most man man. Say I know. It's a car, yes. Better calm down, pal. Alright. Thank you for playing. I'll put in my initials. Whoop. No, I've accidentally pressed the wrong button. There we go. So the game is over, Theo, so we're going to go to bed, yeah? Yeah? Ready for bed? Okay, so let me just do a sign off, right, pal? Let me just do a sign off. Yeah, it's us. Yeah, can you see us? Let me move us to this camera over here. There. See? So that was Cadillacs and Dinosaurs and a little bit of Alien vs Predator gameplay. Sorry that we had to cut the stream a little short tonight. And apologies for the interruptions, but family comes first, eh, pal? And this little one needs to get back to bed because it's 1 AM. He graciously allowed me to finish my game before wanting to go to bed, didn't you? You're a good boy. But now it's time for him to get to sleep. But we will try and stream again tomorrow night, hopefully. Hopefully things will go a bit more our way. Okay? Hopefully you'll get a good night's kit. You won't have a nightmare. Yeah. So do you want to head upstairs and I'll be right there? Okay? You're going to say goodbye to everybody? You going to say goodbye? No? You're just going to pick your nose on camera, are you? Are you? Yeah? Yeah, just picking your nose. Alright, well, as my son is here, well, there's no more suitable time than to remind you to subscribe and don't forget to press Barry the bell end. Don't forget Barry. Barry's here. Barry's going to make a lot more appearances on my channel. He's a good reminder to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So, say goodbye, Barry. Bye. And to all of you that joined me tonight, thank you for joining me. Sorry it's a short one. Sorry it got a few complications along the way, but I'll see you soon, hopefully tomorrow night. Until then, bye for now.